I still remember the night it happened. November 22nd, 1987, Chicago. I was a college student then, living in a small apartment near Wrigleyville. The city was calm that night, and like everyone else, I was just unwinding in front of my TV. Doctor Who reruns were playing on PBS, the kind of background noise that helped me fall asleep after long study sessions. But around 11:15 p.m. something happened, something that even after decades I can't fully explain. The screen flickered once, then again. The sound turned into static, sharp enough to make me flinch. I thought it was a signal glitch. It happened sometimes when the weather got weird. But then, the picture changed. There was no Doctor Who anymore. No show, just a man, standing in front of a spinning background made of corrugated metal, like the inside of a garage door. He wore a plastic mask, a grinning, uncanny face, with sunglasses molded into it. I didn't recognize it at first, but later I learned it was supposed to be Max Headroom, a strange 80s TV character who spoke in robotic tones. Except this wasn't funny. This wasn't entertainment. His movements were jerky, wrong, like his body was glitching, moving faster than it should, as if the tape itself was fighting to keep up. His voice, I'll never forget it. Metallic, distorted, impossible to understand. He screamed something like, "That does it. He's a freaking nerd." Then he laughed, a long, warped sound that filled the whole room with static. I froze. My roommate thought someone had broken into the broadcast tower, but there was something about that laughter. It felt like it was directed right at me. The whole thing lasted maybe a minute, then the screen went black. Silence. My heart was pounding so hard I could hear it in my ears. The next morning, it was all over the news. TV broadcast, hijacked by unknown man. The report said someone had managed to override the transmission frequency. Not once, but twice that night. The first time during a sports segment. The second during the very show I was watching. They said it was the first time in history anyone had ever done something like that. Hijack a major TV signal in a big city. The FCC called it highly illegal. The FBI got involved, but no one, not a single person, ever found out who did it. Days passed, and I couldn't stop thinking about that face, the way it tilted its head, the way it seemed to know someone was watching. I thought it was just paranoia until one night I rewatched a news clip about the incident. The footage was low quality, recorded off someone's VHS tape, but when I slowed it down, I saw something I hadn't noticed before. For a split second, just one frame, a shadow moved behind the masked man, a tall, thin silhouette, and then it was gone. I started digging into the incident. At first it was just curiosity, but the deeper I went, the stranger it got. I found a few online forums where people shared theories. Some said it was a hacker collective, some said it was an angry station worker, but there were others who claimed to have seen things no one could explain. One man said his tape of the broadcast had sounds no one else's did, whispers buried under the static. Another swore that when he tried to record the footage again digitally, his computer crashed and wouldn't turn back on. I thought they were crazy, until it happened to me. One night in 2009, I downloaded a copy of the video someone had uploaded, just to see if I could find anything new. I put on my headphones, dimmed the lights and pressed play. Same static, same distorted man. But then, halfway through, I heard it. Faint beneath the noise, a whisper. "Do you see me?" I paused the video immediately. I replayed it again, without headphones. Nothing. I turned the volume all the way up. Still nothing. I thought maybe it was my imagination. But later, when I looked at the audio file, I saw a spike. One that didn't belong there. It lasted less than half a second. That night, I couldn't sleep. I kept seeing that plastic grin every time I closed my eyes. Around 3 a.m., my TV turned on by itself. Just static. No channel number, no input. Just white noise filling the room. I unplugged it, and the static stayed on for a few seconds longer than it should have, like the screen didn't want to go dark. After that, I tried to forget about it, but people kept sending me things. Emails from old message boards. Screenshots of the footage with strange details circled, reflections, symbols, even words hidden in the noise. Someone pointed out that the background in the video looked like an abandoned warehouse outside Chicago, a place that used to be part of a TV transmitter station in the 70s. When I checked it on Google Maps, it had been demolished years ago, but I found an archived report from the Chicago Tribune dated 1988. It mentioned that during the investigation, authorities traced the hijacked signal to a 30-mile radius that included that exact area. The more I read, the more I realized something was off. The FCC claimed they couldn't trace the source because of the way the signal bounced off multiple antennas. But experts I spoke to online said that even in 1987, it was possible if they really wanted to find him. Which means either they knew who it was and never told us, or what they found wasn't human. In 2014, a former engineer from WGN, the same station that got hijacked, gave an anonymous interview on a forum. He said he was part of the technical team that night. He said when they tried to counter the hijacked frequency, their monitors showed feedback that didn't make sense. The signal had layers, like someone was broadcasting over multiple frequencies at once, but each layer was slightly out of sync with time. It was like the transmission came from different moments, he said, as if the video was being played and recorded simultaneously from the future and the past. The post was deleted within an hour. His account vanished. After that, I started keeping a copy of the footage on a flash drive, not online. Something told me not to stream it anymore, and every time I played it, I noticed something new. Once, the masked man's head turned just slightly faster. Another time, the background flickered into what looked like a field of static faces. And once, when I paused it at the end, the audio glitched. It played 3 words I'll never forget: "We're still here." Some say the Max Headroom hijacking was just a prank, a weird stunt pulled by a bored engineer with too much time on his hands. But those who've studied the tape closely, really closely, know there's more to it. The distortion patterns, the frequencies, the missing frames, they don't match any normal video interference. And the whispers, the ones you can only hear through analog playback, aren't artifacts. They're embedded on purpose. I've shown the footage to friends over the years. Most laugh it off, but one of them, an audio technician, told me something that made my blood run cold. He said the hidden frequency in the clip wasn't random noise. It was a tone that could disrupt the human brain's natural rhythm, the same kind of tone used in psychological experiments to induce disorientation and panic. And whoever made that video knew exactly what they were doing. It's been almost 40 years since that night. The FCC closed the case long ago. Officially, it's unsolved. Unofficially, most people have forgotten it ever happened. But sometimes, when I watch old broadcasts or static channels, I get that feeling again, the feeling of being watched through the screen. And a few months ago, someone uploaded a new clip, blurry, distorted, only 12 seconds long. The same spinning background, the same mask, the same voice whispering through static. But this time, he said a name, mine. I deleted my account that night, unplugged my TV. But every now and then, when I walk past it in the dark, I swear I see the reflection of that mask, grinning back at me through the glass. And sometimes, the static hums,